It's an adventure world that we are creating, using our brain to get anywhere we can. So we tell these stories.
Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be heading to a different planet and getting ourselves started with mystical agriculture. So I hope you guys are ready. So at this point, I am pretty excited. I am, let's just say we're about to head to Neptune, right? I have all of the stuff, I believe, ready to go to get to Neptune. We definitely should have everything we need. All right, so let's go ahead and head on over to place our schematic in here. Let's unlock our schematic, and apparently we have an invader. Man, I really need to light this up. I think I've said this just about every episode. I need to light this up. Oh man. Oh, speaking of every episode, so I've been being told to put night slime on, or not night slime. What is it? Crumbling? Which is, yeah, it's going to be night slime. To put night slime on my pick. Now, let me just talk about this real quick. To be able to put night slime on here, I would for one thing need a modifier slot. Actually, I don't need a modifier slot because you can do something called embossing. But embossing is not as easy as you might think. Currently, I am trying to get the materials for that. You do need every variant of slime crystal in order to do that, to do the embossing. So right here, I am, I swapped this out. This is the same setup. I just basically replaced this and turn it into a botanic so I can get some of the items from the botanic. But as you can see, it's going to be a slow process. I am waiting to get a slime crystal or a slime sapling from here. And there are different variants of slime saplings. That is one way that you can do it. There is another way you can get the slime that is required. But it's going to take a little bit of time. Let's see. Slime sapling, these guys. So yeah, they do come from the tier 1. It is a very slim chance, and just with a clear lens is going to be your chance, but it has to go through, you know, it's 0.81%, so it's a pretty slim chance of getting it, but it's something that I definitely will strive for over time. So let's go ahead and get back to our rocket. All right, let's get back to our rocket. Eventually I will put it on here, but as of right now I have really no need for it. Let's go ahead and go to our tier 7 rocket. Oh boy, and build this bad boy. Okay, so yeah, getting this this material, it definitely takes a little bit of time. And there we go, because just for example, this isn't just compressed reinforced, right? It still requires the same amount of materials. It's just that this has to be double processed. You can see I have to first of all process the crystal, then process the compressed crystal, and then process that into reinforced or compressed reinforced crystal. And then that will eventually lead again into taking the heavy duty plate into account. And then bam, we get ourselves the heavy duty plate. So I've been kind of just sitting here doing some other stuff as I let that process down there. But here we go. We have our rocket. Now we got to get it fueled up. This bad boy is even bigger than all the other ones. It's something else. Something else. Wow, it looks even larger when it's sitting on the platform. Like, it doesn't even fit on the platform. Holy smokes. Yeah, this is interesting. So, and while we're in here, we can start to see, you know, it filling up. Of course, we can make the fueling faster by upgrading this, but to me, it doesn't really make sense for me to upgrade this, as it just seems like a temporary thing. We go there, we set up our platform, we're not traveling back and forth with this rocket. Which makes things a lot easier. I love being able to use astral sorcery to do that. It allows exploring those planets much easier. I can travel back and forth, and it's just so much nicer to do that. So I'm pretty sure we are ready. I've taken a look at the items and everything. I'm pretty sure we can't go to tier 4. Tier 4 spacesuit does not seem like it's a thing, so I'm pretty sure I'm okay, as this does require zinc, which we can only get after going to the planet we're heading to, which is going to be Neptune. So I think we're okay, and definitely our thermal gear is okay. It does tell me here that it does support Neptune. So I think we're ready to hit that spacebar. We're all fueled up, ready to go, and ready to launch. Oh boy. Oh man. Like every time we launch off, this one is like super glitchy though. Holy moly. But yeah, every time we launch off, I get like super nervous because I'm like, I need to put this on. I was like, did I do everything right? Well, we can kind of see through it as it like glitches around. Interesting. And off we go. I love how we can sort of see through. It's shaking so much we can see through. And then you see the planet slowly disappearing below us as we make our way into space. Oh man. This is, I think, this might be our last planet we have to go to. Like, have to in quotations. I'm pretty sure. So let's select Neptune and hit launch. And here we go. Oh boy. And like I said, I'm pretty nervous because you don't know. All right. And we'll slow down. So far seems good. I'm not dying. So usually we'll show signs of dying. The pressure is high on this planet, as I can see by my pressure bar. But we have our spacesuit to help us. Are we going to land right in the water? Yes, we are. Don't know how that's going to work. Oh boy. Not good, as I can tell. All right, let's get out of the water. No, we're going to die, aren't we? Oh, we're going to die in the water. This is not good. This is definitely not good. How are we supposed to handle that? I think Houston, we have a problem. I'm pretty sure we got a problem, Houston. We're done. We can't do anything. That's not good. I think this calls for that the command we were talking about. Houston, we have a problem. But you know what? I'm just gonna fix this. There's no sense in this. Yeah, 100% no sense in this. Anyways, let's go ahead. I'm actually gonna throw. Well, I should keep this key. I need to go ahead and get my platform built up and get this on, definitely. All right. I don't even know if we need this gear because it seems like our spacesuit takes care of all that. So yeah, I need to go ahead and get the structure built out for this, and then we can do some exploring, see what we can find, get a quarry set up, get everything that we need going, and hopefully move on. Like, I also need to get back in here and grab my rocket whenever I can. Don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. If anything, it's just going to stay there. Because I'm not going back in that water. That's just completely, like... It should, like, generate a platform or something. I don't know. Us landing in there, like, I can't even control where it lands. So, I mean, other than maybe the Y coordinate, but, like, how am I supposed to predict that? Oh, well. I'm not going to be too salty about it. It is what it is. All right, let's go ahead. Get this. I'm sure you guys have seen me build this 100 times. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and get this set up, and then we'll get the quarry going. So I have to admit, this is actually a pretty cool looking planet. Other than, I mean, us getting stuck in the liquid nitrogen, which, yeah, I would assume that would be very cold. Very, very cold. But these blocks are very flavorful. Like, look at this. This, like, changes colors. We got these, like, greens. Very green block. Like, that is very green. So, I mean, there's a lot of colors. Look like there's some yellow. Wow, the gravity got me. Looks like there's some yellow blocks over here that we would have to somehow get to. I'm sure the quarry is going to pick up these blocks. What is this? Is this the light blue? So this has like actual like solid colored blocks. That's very nice. This like makes this planet really worth it, at least for this part. I wonder what its moons look like. That's something that'd be kind of interesting to see. But on top of that, we also need to find our dungeon, because I believe there is a dungeon here. We click on Neptune, has dungeon true. We don't have to find the dungeon. I'm just really after one particular ore, and then we can go back to our base and start farming up mystical agriculture. So mystical agriculture just requires this one area. Like, no joke, we have just about everything we need to do this. Where do I want to quarry out, though? I mean, these mountains wouldn't be bad to do. Like this mountain over here. Maybe a little bit of a walk, and we can get ourselves this whole mountain area quarried up. I think that would be a good idea. Now, I wonder, asteroids? Is that something we have to worry about here? I don't know, but I bet nighttime is rough on this planet, so we should probably hurry up before it becomes too dark. Because yeah, I don't think I want to deal with how dark, how it's going to be being dark here. I have a feeling that it stays dark for quite a long time, considering how long it's staying day. Oh wait, is this turning nighttime already? Oh, okay, yep, this is what I was talking about. Like it might fluctuate wildly. I don't know how fast this planet spins, even though it probably tells me in the book there. All right, we got this lit up. Let's go ahead and do our final steps of setting this quarry up. The same thing we've been doing over and over again. Make sure to set this here. Pop in, grab our shape card. Click on here. Make sure to grab our shape. And I'm going to start with it here. And then might as well just like go all the way to the back of this thing if I can. If I climb up here. Being careful not to land on the ground because, oh my gosh, you take a lot of damage. Oh wow, yeah, they do fall. Meteors still fall. Ah, good to know. Good to know. All right, let's just set it right here. That should be good enough. We're gonna go vertical anyways, so that'll be fine. It'll be cool to see the split that the overall area makes. It didn't. Oh, fix it. It didn't break too much, did it? And plus we'll be able to grab these blocks. I really need to be careful. That's so much damage. Oh no. I'm about to die just from falling down 2 blocks. Holy moly. All right, let's drop this in. Set that to 250. Set this to minus 150. And all right, that's too much. Minus 100. And that's a lot better. That's more like it. And I think I might increase it in size to like 300. 256. Bring this to like negative 80. How's that? That looks a lot better. That's encompassing the entire area. Okay, so all we gotta do is slap our lever on and let this bad boy mine out. There are specific ores that we're needing. Zinc is one of them. So we definitely need zinc. That is one of the main ores. That's what we're going to be needing to make prosperity shards. So, yeah, we have a lot of this stuff to go through. Blue block, Neptune stone. I kind of want these things to disappear, like Neptune stone. But I don't want, like, the blue block, I don't think. I want to at least be able to grab some of these different color blocks. And there's tin, there's iron. And I'll just sit here and kind of babysit this for a little while. I want to see what things we're getting so that way I can filter things out if need be. But looks like we're getting zinc. We're getting blue gem ore. Here's more of the blue block, the green block. All these things I kind of want to throw inside my system. The light blue block. These are really cool looking. So apparently I forgot to mine up some blocks to show that I've even gotten here. So yeah, I had to mine up a block and we ended up getting our quests unlocked. So if we take a look here, you can see Neptunians. We have now made that. And then, of course, there's the Sharp-Dressed Man, which is just upgrading our spacesuit to this tier, which I believe is the last tier. And right here, we're fixing to make some prosperity shards. That's all we need left. And then the final boss, which this is going to take a little bit more than just what it shows. There's also something to do with paper clips and a few other things that we're going to need. There's a whole setup that's going to be required in order to get to that final boss. But other than that, I mean, not horrible. I think the final boss thing is definitely going to be something that takes the most time. But man, we are getting close to the end of this pack. It's kind of crazy. Like, I don't believe I'm going to be going through the creative items. That makes no sense. That never makes any sense to me, like the creative stuff. Because at the point where you're at, you don't really need creative stuff. But that is something that I know a lot of people like to strive towards. For me, I definitely want to just defeat the final boss, and I want to like be able to say, hey, I beat the pack. That's what I want to do. So I'm kind of excited about doing that. And that's going to lead us into the creative type of stuff that we can go through. But I mean, overall, I mean, we are definitely right near the end of this pack. Now, I need to find this boss. I need to find where this boss is at, because I still want to fight whatever this thing is in this planet. I still want to figure that out, and I want to go after it. Find another village. Look at this. And while I found this village, it does seem like near the village where or at least where the villages spawn, there's usually something nearby, as you can see. So I did end up finding the dungeon. It's nearby somewhere. And these are just your standard same plain Jane. Man, it'd be really cool if these were like special in some way. Like they had some kind of special unlocks and stuff that you could have. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we need to find where this dungeon's at. All right, so follow this. Oh, I'm guessing this is the hole. That's the hole. Now the thing is we need to mine down into there because it's gonna be pretty scary to just like jump down there. Considering that we take so much damage just from a 2-block fall distance. And the problem with dying. What is that noise? There's a skeleton somewhere. The problem with just like dying down here is that it would be incredibly difficult to get back to this part to get our stuff. I mean, we could probably do it pretty quickly with like an ender pearl, but the problem is we don't have access to an ender pearl because we'd be stuck on this planet. That's another big problem, right? Is us just being stuck on this planet. That's another issue down here. Is we need a way to get around this. So we're probably going to have to circumvent this by going around. Just like everything else. Just we gotta go around. I have a feeling that this boss is gonna be just as easy as all the other ones. I just have a small little feeling that that's how it's gonna be. It's like getting to it is gonna be harder than the actual boss. Cause with this shuriken, I feel like a lot of the bosses are pretty simple. I hope there's some sort of ice boss, though. That would be kind of cool. Like, something different than just a slime. That'd be pretty neat. Like, getting through these creepers, I think, is harder. Evolved creepers. Yep, and we got to go through the same process again. And here we are. I wasn't expecting this. Normally, there's like a little entrance spot, but in this case, there's not. So, we just go for it? And hope for the best? It's a giant snowman. Oh boy. It straight up is a derpy snowman. Excuse me? Excuse me. So I guess we just attack it? Yeah. It just seems like attacking the bottom is the best part. Maybe it breaks into multiple pieces. Oh, it gets smaller? It's getting smaller. Right? Or am I losing my mind? Oh no, I'm losing my mind. The closer I get, yeah, no. It looks like it's staying about the same size. I don't know. I can't hardly tell. I feel like we're just gonna be doing this for a while. Yep, very similar to the other bosses. Will this evolved snowman boss? Well, we put him to his test. You defend this planet well, Mr. Snowman. Yep, still screams. Goodness. And we should get the tier 8 rocket. So, that's not the whole reason why we're on this planet. We're mainly on the planet to quarry. So I'm super excited that we have the ability to quarry. And I just gotta kind of let it do its thing. And then I think what we can do now is go back and get ready to craft up some of the new stuff that we need to make to get mystical agriculture up and running. So we're back in our base, and as you can see, I'm building up this zinc ore, and that's exactly what I need because we need to make the prosperity shards. So if I search up shards, and let me go ahead and remove the rocket over here because I'm sure that's going to cause a little bit of lag. We need to add prosperity shards, and this has some sort of crafting recipe. As you can see here, it requires some gas tiers, eyes of ender, and a few things like that. And it's not horribly difficult. I think it wouldn't be horribly difficult to come across these items. So to be able to get the Eye of Galgador, we do need some things like fermented spider eyes, which are not horrible. And honestly, like, we get 4 of these, and 4 of them is what you need in order to make your first infusion crystal. Once we have our first infusion crystal, things are going to get a little bit easier, I think. And I wish we could make prosperity shard seeds. That'd be great, but unfortunately that's not a thing. So we also need our zinc, and we also need tin. Now I do have plenty of tin because we quarried out that dimension as well. So magma cream, I don't know how much of that we actually have stored up, but all of this, I mean, other than the Eye of Ender, like we should be ready to go. And if we need to go grab a blaze spawner, of course we can. And then of course blaze will spawn, and all is going to be well as far as that goes in that department. So prismarine, inferium, I think prismarine, yes, right here. And then we also need tin from Jupiter, which we have thousands of blocks. Oh my gosh. We have over almost 1,000 ore there. And then we also need the zinc that we have here. And last but not least, the inferium essence, which we should have plenty of at this point. Plenty. Let's head over here. And I was just making sure I had my Mantle of the Stars on. Yeah, we should be able to grab that. Honestly, I probably should put some upgrades on there. So all I need to do here is place this in, and then place our place these items in, at least one of each. I think the hardest block to get now is going to be the Galgador and the Inferium Essence. Bam, and then we have the setup. Now to automate this is pretty simple. You can actually just use regular hoppers. It's like super simple to automate this with hoppers. So that way we can get our prosperity shards. Look at that. And we just achieved another step towards victory, right? So what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to upgrade our seeds so that way we can get more inferium essence. To be able to do that, let's utilize our prosperity shards here. And I want to make this. So we need some inferium essence. So some simple inferium essence. Let's go ahead and grab 4 of these. And things are about to get interesting, right? We need to set up some crafting that includes this this infusion stone. Because what we can do now is grab a stack of this, surround this crystal, and thus upgrade this into the Prudentium, which is the upgraded variant. As you can see, it does use some life off of this crystal. Now, question, with it using life off the crystal, can we repair the crystal with this? No, we can't. Okay. I was like, oh man, that would have been really nice, but no, we have to still maintain and get our prosperity shards, which is honestly going to be the most difficult part of mystical agriculture at this point. So what my goal needs to be at the moment is, instead of spending a lot of time on making multiple infusion crystals, I should be working on getting the master infusion crystal as quick as possible. To do that, I'm going to need enough inferium essence in order to make supremium, and that's just going to require some just crafting, utilizing this over and over again. So I'm going to drain this out for what we have. We don't have, I don't believe, nowhere near enough at the moment. But what we can do is we can see how much we have, because you can always uncraft this, right? You can always uncraft it. And I want to also work towards getting a higher tier seed. So right now we have our inferium seed. Let's see, that's in here. And I believe we can upgrade this, yes, with just this. So I can actually go ahead and pull this out, and I could just upgrade it right now. So let's go ahead and drag this around. Upgrade the seed to the tier 2. Now, with this being in here, that it should generate more inferium essence. So instead of just giving us 1 inferium essence per harvest, it now should give us 2 inferium essence per harvest. And as you go up the tiers, that is how that will continue to work. So with what we currently have, I have upgraded this now to the tier 3. And as you can see, I'm at the supremium level. And I have literally 1 supremium essence that I can make. So we have superium, and then we have supremium. So I have the ability to make 1 supremium essence out of what we had. But of course, we should be able to generate this a bit quicker, and we could make more than 1 seed as well. I'm just setting this this little area up. I have my garden cloches. I want these to be my main ones, and we might work on getting some other materials crafted up over here. But for right now, let me go ahead and get all of these tier 3 crafting seeds up and running. We'll throw them in here. And of course we can make this faster by giving a little bit of bone meal. So like if I throw some bone meal over here, we can get a nice little growth modifier that's going on here. I don't know how much this affects the whole deal, but it might work a little, make them work a little bit faster. That's at least the goal. That's the goal. But as you can see, they're all producing, and that's what I want. It's going to help us get this 4 times faster. That way we can get that that unbreakable infusion crystal. That's kind of what I want to get. It's just going to make my life a little bit easier. So as far as seeds go, and getting resources out of these, I think a coal seed is going to be a great place to start. And for this, we're going to need a base crafting seed. And then, of course, we're going to need to upgrade it along the way. So we need a tier 1. We need to take this up to a tier 2, which needs the Prudentium. As you can see, I don't have enough of that, but if I go ahead and grab this, I can go ahead and just get this upgraded real quick to the Prudentium. Hope I'm saying that right. I always say these names super funny. And there's our crafting seed. Now, to make it, we also still need this. So I throw this and we grab our coal, which it looks like I don't have any coal. That's kind of why I wanted to make this seed. I do have some coal, however, laying around in here. So let's go ahead and craft it. And there we go. We have a coal seed. Now, what this is going to do is straight up just generate the raw coal resource for us. Well, not really the raw, but it is going to generate the resource in a particular type of form. Let's go ahead and grab some dirt, and I'll show you. So if we throw this in here, place our dirt, and we put our coal seed in here, here in a second, we're going to see the resource that we're going to generate from this. And honestly, I can show you here. It's going to generate this coal essence. The coal essence is going to be what is used to make coal. And as you can see, it doesn't take much to make a significant amount of coal. And all this can be done with RF Tools auto crafting. So if you want to craft this down into coal automatically, we could set up a system with RF Tools to be able to do this. And of course, this isn't my final setup. This isn't where I want this to be, but temporarily this is where I want it to be. I think I want a whole island dedicated to the crafting, because this can get pretty laggy. The more garden cloches you have in the vicinity to each other, the laggier things will get. So just like my blood magic area, I kind of want to have a separate place dedicated for these guys. I just wanted to put it down here for right now. And I did get rid of my machines because I don't really use these machines that were down here anymore. So after waiting just a tiny bit for this to process up, we now have enough for the Master Infusion Crystal. And there we go. So with this Master Infusion Crystal, I don't have to worry about durability anymore. So I can just kind of let these things grow and continue growing. And I think the next step is me going to be focusing on allowing the Inferium seeds to level up. So I'm going to take them to their next step. So this will be taking it to tier 4 and eventually taking it to the Supremium level. And then once we get a nice base foundation of these, we can set up some type of auto crafting system for them. And I think for the auto crafting, we might need more than just one infusion crystal, if I remember correctly. But we'll have to find out. I think I have always ended up using RF Tools for the auto crafting. We might set that up again, and RF Tools isn't too hard to set up for the auto crafting. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to one of my patrons, and today I want to give a huge shout out to Angel Quintananel. Thank you so much for being a tremendous supporter over there on the Patreon. I really do appreciate you, and I appreciate all of my patrons. Thank you guys so much. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon yourself, you can find that all linked down in the description below. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Of course, if you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also ring that beautiful notification bell and give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Guys, I hope to see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.